Dog House.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience. Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart. Ryan Stewart is not here. We got our folk, Jeff Fox, a.k.a. Jeff Fox from MIA, filling in. Jeff, good morning, bruh. How are you doing?
Man, I am barely here. Good morning, though. Good morning. This is early, man. This is early.
We got to talk about that in a second, man. But bookmark that. But once again, welcome to the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Ryan is out doing daddy duty stuff. The kids are on that spring break, and they are traveling. They traveled to Memphis, Tennessee. Beale Street. You ever been to Memphis, Jeff?
No.
Okay. So
No.
Memphis is kind of like that little Beale Street thingy. It's kind of like Bourbon Street is to New Orleans. I know you've been to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay. So New Orleans, they got jazz. In Memphis, they got the blues.
Yeah.
But same kind of vibe, except for Beale Street in Memphis is like, I don't know, 100 times not as exciting. Less exciting than Bourbon Street.
So a bit of a slow grind. I know there's a big time record label out of Memphis, Stax Records.
Yeah,
Stax
legendary, right?
Yeah, Isaac Hayes and all of them. So
we used to be syndicated in Memphis when we were under that syndication deal, and we actually did a couple of live remotes in a sports bar up there. So yeah. So he's in Memphis. Jeff, how's everything going, man? Appreciate you filling in. Let me get that out of the way. Thank you for filling in for Ryan, man. I like having you on to fill in because you know your stuff. You've been in the game a long time, and I like to hear Miami perspectives.
yes.
I like to hear Miami perspectives, man. How's everything going?
Things are good down here, man. Things are good. You know, we party a lot down here, and it's hard to get that out of your system. But I'm hoping one day I can at least slow it down a little bit.
All right, let's talk about this. You mentioned to me yesterday when we were confirming that you were coming on that you had a gig last night. You were DJing at a cigar bar. Tell me more about that.
I DJ at the Garden Cigar and Whiskey Bar, which is in Miami Gardens. And speaking of Memphis, man, I was playing some blues last night, and you know, I mix it up a little old school R&B, mostly old school, and they tend to get a bit carried away with the brown liquor, you know, and they stay there till I'm like, guys, I gotta go. You know, it's like 2:30 in the morning, man. We're still there, you know. So,
hey Jeff, I mean, the last time I had you on, bro, you had mentioned how you were like 68 years old. You're not 68. How are you?
Nice. 68? Do I like 68, man?
No, I can't remember what it was, man. You
Nah, I'm close to 60. I'm very close. Yeah.
Bruh, why you out on a Sunday night at 3 a.m. DJing?
I got the gift of gab. I love music, and they pay very well.
So you're playing old school music. You're not playing none of this this bootleg PM Dawn music, sounding music that they play on the radio all day. Are you?
No, I can relate to hip hop. In fact, shout out to the DJ this morning, whoever threw on that Biz Marquee, man. I grew up on that stuff, man. So
right,
you know, so that's what it is. You know, I play blues, and I dropped that new joint, Stand Up in It, something called Theoda, Stand Up in It, and Boots on the Ground. And they came up there and reminded us.
Whoa. We're going to get some other stuff. We're going to get some other stuff here in a second. I got to ask you. So Boots on the Ground is hitting in Miami too?
What? They love Southern Soul down here, man. They love Southern Soul down here. They love it.
Boots on the ground is a cultural phenomenon.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And I'm telling you, it started in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Now do some research and look it up. I don't know, or I've never heard it before they started having these quote unquote trail rides in South Carolina, in Columbia actually. But it's like they're playing. I usually don't listen to the radio in the car. But over the last week, I've been listening to the radio in the car. Usually I've got the TV on YouTube TV, my phone on YouTube TV, and I'm listening to sports or the news or whatever, CNN. This week, I listened to the radio in the car. Boots on the ground is being played like every hour in Atlanta.
Wow.
They love it, huh?
They don't love Southern Soul on the radio, but on the streets, the dudes with the bikes.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Where them fans at?
Yeah.
By the way, if you a dude listening to this show, I don't think the dude's supposed to be throwing them fans. But anyway, on V103, they are playing the hell out of Boots on the ground. Wow. I'm serious. It's a phenomenon.
That means my prediction is right, which I called it. I said Southern Soul will soon be mainstream radio because they don't play it down here on the radio.
Okay. So
not on 105, not on 99 Jams, none of them.
When I was growing up, they call it Southern Soul now, but when I was growing up, it was like juke joint music. We didn't really have a name for it, but Marvin Sapp and Candy Liquor and all of that stuff was played in the little juke joints when we were growing up. They didn't really have a name like Southern Soul. They've given that name over the last, couple of years or whatever. But yeah, Boots on the ground is a phenomenon, man. I mean, do you know how to do the little line dances?
No. I know how to watch him. But I don't do too much dancing, man. I got two left feet.
Right. So this weekend, my daughter came to town with Tennessee State. They had a track meet at Morehouse, and she did fantastic. She didn't do great in her main event. She clipped a hurdle. She runs hurdles, and she clipped one of the hurdles, the last hurdle in the damn race. She won her heat, even though she clipped the hurdle, but she didn't have a good enough time to run in the finals for the 100-meter hurdle. So other than that, they came in first place in a couple of relay races. She did fantastic, man. First time she actually came to Atlanta for a college track meet. So very, very proud of her, and she had a great day, man. She had a great day.
That's awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, so if you're new to the show, this is the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan once again is out for today. My man Jeff Fox filling in. We've got the top 5. We actually are doing the top 5 today. Now, it's a little controversy. Tree feels some type of way about it. We'll get into that later. We've got the Arley report, Arley Michelle coming on and talking entertainment. And then we have the last 48, which are the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours. Jeff, this top 5 thing, this is a big responsibility.
Yeah.
Now, and can I go ahead and preview it, Tree, and throw out the category? You okay with it? All right. So today on the top 5, we're doing top 5 Miami things.
That's right.
We're doing top 5 Miami things. So things that you can relate to, you can give your expertise. So it's kind of going to be like a top 5 Miami things from a Miami native, and then a top 5, list from an outsider. Let's see who the people's list is best. The people says list is best.
Yeah, Miami's different. I can tell you that. We're different down here.
Very different.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say until we get into it.
Absolutely different. So this weekend, college basketball, obviously, NCAA is the Final Four is set. The Duke Blue Devils beat Alabama. John Shire's team will play Houston in the Final Four. Houston beat Tennessee. Kelvin Sampson, long story of Kelvin Sampson, and you think he's dead and he comes back from the grave. This guy's had 50,000 opportunities, and he takes the Houston Cougars to the Final Four. And then on the other side of the bracket, you got Auburn and Florida. I picked Auburn to win the whole thing, so I'm happy to see that. Who'd you have in the Final Four? Who'd you have winning it all, I guess, is probably the best question to ask you.
Yeah, I had Florida initially, and I'll stick with the Gators because I don't know how the hell they beat Texas Tech. Like,
Right.
I don't know how that happened.
Texas Tech was up in that game, I think, like maybe 12, 15 points, and then they just somebody hit a switch.
Choke job, like if I've ever seen one.
And then also one other main news and one main note from college basketball from the women's side is Dawn Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks go to their 5th Final Four in a row.
Yeah.
In a row. Jeff, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this in the past. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do one of those reels on this today before I forget it and somebody come around and claim this thought. I believe that Dawn Staley is going to be the first women's NBA head coach.
I can see that happening, bro. I can see that happening, man. She's impressive. You know, her roots are deep in the game of basketball from her playing days to the WNBA. I watched her entire career playing with Team USA, playing with great players, but she's like a motivator, man. She's all of that.
That's what I'm saying. I think she's a great motivator, one. And the big thing that I think separates her from a lot of other women that, you know, might be looked at as a possibility to be NBA head coaches, I think the players in the NBA would respect her. Yeah. I think they would respect. I think they would take instructions from her because of everything you just said. She is respected. She's respected. Obviously, she can coach. It's not like football where I think it'd be a much harder thing for a woman to be a head coach of a football team, of a pro football team, because, you know, women don't play football. They women play basketball. So I don't think if you're talking about X's and O's and motivating, she checks all the boxes, man. And at some point, she's going to be like, there's nothing else for her to prove in college.
Yeah.
And from the other side, from the other standpoint, coming from the team and the league, you talking about, I don't want to call it a publicity stunt. That's degrading. You talk about something that'll put the focus on your organization, that would sell tickets, that would get you a lot of media coverage. Having the first women basketball coach, the first female basketball coach in the NBA coach your team, I think that'd be big, man.
That'd be a major movement, you know, be a major movement. And another name to keep in mind is Becky Hammon. In fact, Greg Popovich had Becky Hammon on his bench for a couple of years before she got the WNBA gig. And she's pretty well respected as well. As a matter of fact, she coached their G League team.
Right.
Actually coached the G League team. So she's a bit ahead of the curve. So it's a two-headed race between those two.
Yeah, it's definitely a two-headed race. I'm rooting for South Carolina to actually win another ring if they can. They are in the Final Four, so they're one step away from getting to the big game. So shouts out to University of South Carolina, home state team, as they make it to another Final Four. All right, so you got Duke taking on Houston, you got Auburn taking on Florida, and so college basketball is winding down. Major League Baseball got kicked off this weekend. The Atlanta Braves did not get started in a good way as they get swept by the San Diego Padres this past weekend. So once again, there's a lot of baseball. I mean, it's even deeper to think about when you say it's a lot of baseball to be played after the first weekend. That's an understatement to say it's a lot of baseball to be played.
Yeah, man, they had a power surge up there in the Bronx, man. My Bronx Bombers, that's my new favorite team now, because wherever Jazz Chisholm goes, I go. So that's my guy.
So Jazz Chisholm, is he from Florida?
No, he's from Nassau in the Bahamas.
He's from the Bahamas. Okay. Yeah. And so people don't know that you actually you're from the Bahamas originally.
From the Bahamas originally, Freeport, and I've been here forever. But, you know, being from Freeport is like being from Florida. if Trump doesn't take us.
This guy. Speaking of which, we're going to talk about him for a quick second when we get back. So, Jazz Chisholm from the Bahamas. How old were you when you moved to the States?
I was like 22.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you grew up in the islands.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to school over there and everything.
So,
Worked on radio over there.
Wow. I think we actually did the top 5 blackest last names. And I'm pretty sure I had Chisholm. And Tree, pop on for a second. Tree.
Top 5 blackest last name.
I think we did top 5 blackest last names. Didn't I have Chisholm on my top 5?
I think so. I can go find it. Good morning, Jeff. Thanks for being here at the break of dawn. At the last minute. Party animal.
Yeah.
They ain't one white person in the history of the world with the last name Chisholm.
No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure of that.
He'll comment in a minute if there. But yeah, I think you had that on there.
Right. So the great Jazz Chisholm. Not only is Chisholm clearly a black name, but Jazz.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost like stereotypical. Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, I think Jazz is short for something, but I forgot what it is. I actually forgot.
So you're a Yankee fan.
Always been.
How'd you become a Yankee fan? Just because Yankees is the big name in baseball and sports, and you're in the Bahamas, and you attach yourself to the Yankees? Is that it? Simple as that?
Yeah, I remember. I grew up watching Greg Nettles and Reggie Jackson, Dave Winfield. Mickey Rivers, like I go deep with the Yankees, man. You know, Thurman Munson.
Yeah.
Like, I've been watching the Yankees all my life.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I guess before I moved to Atlanta, I was a Yankee fan too. Reggie Jackson, the 3 home runs in the World Series, all of the guys you just named. Yeah. It's easy to be a Yankee fan because they were on TV all the time.
That's it.
You know, growing up.
Remember the Major League Baseball game of the week?
Right. Absolutely.
You know, before all this internet stuff, and we get everything free now.
Absolutely. All right, when we get back from the break, man, we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA. I want to get Jeff's thoughts. This is good to have you on because we got some Miami-centric kind of, sort of, in a twisted way talk that I want to get into with you and get your opinions on.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy Butler and LeBron and Stephen A. kind of. That's why I want you to get your mind at, you know, because we need to use you as a resource.
No
you got a long history with those names I just mentioned.
Yeah,
right?
Stephen A's my boy, man. So,
yeah.
You know.
All right, so Arley coming up a little bit later. Last 48, top 5, a lot of fun coming up. Don't go away. 2 Live Stews.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout.
That's good, but I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well, are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good, I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics. Every state has a responsibility to...
This guy is insane, man. Now that clip is old. Welcome back to the Two Live Shoes. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. That clip is old, but it kind of brings me up to the little talking point that I wanted to bring up. That clip is like a month old. He's only been in office for like 3 months. You got to remember that.
It's going to be a long 4 years, man.
Dude!
It's going to be long.
So anyway, you just heard the comments. Basically, he's threatening this governor of Maine about, in effect, do as I say. The hell with the Constitution. We're going to take all of the money, the funding from the state of Maine if you don't do what I say. The guy has definite dictator qualities and has shown these dictator qualities for many, many years. Here's the latest in this whole Trump dictator theme. Trump did not rule out the possibility of seeking a third term in the White House, which is prohibited by the Constitution under the 22nd Amendment, saying in an executive interview with NBC News that there were methods for doing so and clarify that he was not joking. Quote, a lot of people want me to do it. Who is these people? Who are these people?
We know who they are.
Yeah, we definitely know who they are. A lot of people want me to do it, Trump said in a Sunday morning phone call with NBC, referring to his allies. But, I basically tell them we have a long way to go. It's early in the administration. I'm focused on the current, Trump added, and some of the most extensive comments to date about serving a third term. Listen to this. Quote, I'm not joking, Trump said when asked to clarify, but I'm not. It is far too early to think about it. When asked whether he had been presented with plans to allow him to seek a third term, Trump said, there are methods to which we could do it.
Yep. I don't rule out anything, Doug. I don't rule out anything when it comes to this guy right here. Like, he's trying to take Canada, okay? Like, I'm going to take Canada. I'm going to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico. Like, I'm going to do whatever I want. That's his mind frame. And the Democrats, to me, I'm looking at them like they're a bit weak right now. Like, they need a new leader. Yeah.
Like that's something I talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Like, it looks like they're just standing by and just taking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're just like no fighting them or whatever. I guess the whole campaign and him winning again and beating out Kamala, I guess that just took all of the fight out of them.
It did. It's like, no disrespect to Dr. King, but they're nonviolent when it comes to debates, the fighting policies and stuff. I'm a bit more Malcolm myself.
Right, absolutely.
See that out of him.
I just think, man, that whenever he says stuff like this, like, we take it almost as a joke, like he's joking around, but he's not joking. Like, to me, if you say something like that, that shows that you're unstable. Like, there should be a movement in place right now to get him out of office. And, impeachment, he's already been impeached a couple of times. When I was growing up, I didn't understand that impeachment didn't mean that you're kicked out of office or that you can't run or you can't be in public office anymore. I thought when you got impeached when I was growing up that you were out.
Right.
It's not the case. But to me, it sounds like if you make statements like that, if you say you're going to take over Greenland, if you say you're going to take over Canada, if you change the Gulf of Mexico, you just tell people to stop calling the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, and then you top it off with some sprinkles on the top and say, not in a joking manner, I'm thinking about running for a third term.
Yeah,
you're imbalanced.
Dude is unhinged, man, for real. Like, attacks on the Smithsonian, Jackie Robinson and them, the Tuskegee Airmen, like anything historical in terms of Black history, man. He's coming after it. He said he would, and he's doing it.
Unbelievable. And I think whenever you ask somebody or one of the Republicans, and we're gonna move on. I want some gonna have some Miami conversation with you. Whenever you ask the Republicans that are supporting him, whenever it seems like they do ask him on the news, CNN or whatever station, ask them about some of this stuff right here, they always say, "Oh, he's just joking." They kind of intimate that he's joking and he's not serious. At what point in the last 12 years, well, 8, 9 years, what's going on with my microphone? I don't know.
Still sound good.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what point in the last 9 years has this guy ever joked about anything silly that he said? It always came to fruition.
Yep.
I don't get it. He's not joking.
Nope. And you know what's next, Doug? Don't rule out the possibility of him making a run at the Civil Rights Act. What was it, 64? Like, as crazy as that sounds, don't rule it out. Do not rule it out.
Yeah. You're watching the Two Live Studios Experience. Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, Jeff Fox, my man Jeff Fox from the MIA from the bottom, filling in today. So, Jeff, couple of things basketball-wise I want to talk to you about. We get the nut cutting time. Damn, is nut cutting time appropriate for? Okay. We're getting to the end here in the NBA season. Couple of things Miami-wise I want to get your thoughts on, your opinion-wise. Kind of, sort of Miami. The first one, definite. But Jimmy Butler returns to Miami after, I guess you could say, forcing his way out and getting traded to the Golden State Warriors. He comes back to town last week. Talk about Jimmy Butler and that whole saga, how it went down, and how bad did it get when he tried to force his way out of the organization, and talk about when he came back as a member of the Golden State Warriors, how the fans receive him.
I was there in the arena that night, and when Jimmy was introduced, I expected more boos. Miami people are very laid back, so there was a little bit of venom. There was a nice mix of boos and cheers, but for the most part, when the whole thing was going down, I was on Jimmy's side.
Right.
I feel like Pat Riley's ship has sailed. I always said on my show and to the media that Pat Riley needs to go to Key West and hang out with Jimmy Johnson on that boat down there, because Jimmy's living the life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Pat Riley, I called for Udonis Haslem or Alonzo Mourning to take over, or James Jones from out there in Phoenix. He's a Miami guy. Bring him back home. You know what I'm saying? But Pat Riley, with all due respect, he's on that Mount Rushmore with Don Shula and Dan Marino and Dwayne Wade. But Pat Riley is a bit out of touch.
Right.
And he's got this strong way of running things. It's my way or the highway. He chased out LeBron, chased out Shaq, chased out Dwayne Wade, and you shouldn't be surprised that he chased out Jimmy Butler.
Right.
But I don't blame him. There, like, two things could be right at the same time. I don't blame Pat Riley for not wanting to pay Jimmy Butler, because he should have paid him already, number one. And number two, he should have got him some help. I think Pat failed Jimmy Butler. He failed him.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. He failed him. Jimmy took a bunch of YMCA guys to the NBA Finals, not once, but twice.
Right.
All right. And his best other player was Bam. Come on, man. Bam is no superstar, bro. He's not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. You think they got a shot in Golden State?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I did for a minute, but nah. They're not deep enough.
Right. Okay. Second thing I wanted to run by you, Miami wise, is this whole thing with Stephen A. And we're not gonna stay on it too long because it's old at this point. It's like 3 weeks old. But the latest development, I think it was Friday, and you're watching the Two Live Studios Experience. I think it was Friday. I'm at home, working from home, and I got the TV on. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody work from home, got the goddamn TV on. I'm working from home, and the TV's on, and so First Take is on. I'm on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith, from the whole ordeal about 3 weeks ago, where LeBron approached him, might even been a month now. LeBron approached him at a game and, confronted him about, comments Stephen A. allegedly said about Bronny, when that's kind of twisted in my opinion. But neither here nor there. 3 weeks later, Stephen A. Smith, after Pat McAfee interviews LeBron James still is on this whole thing and gave his side of the story and why he did what he did and walking up to Stephen A. Stephen A. goes off for literally 15 minutes.
Yep.
This past Friday on First Take about LeBron James. You know, and at some point he does his little podcast and says that if LeBron would have touched him, he would have swung on him. I'm like, dude, you're 60 years old. We see the video of you boxing. You don't want none of that smoke, bro. I mean, come on. Stop that. That's ridiculous. But what are your thoughts about that whole story? Stephen A., LeBron, Bronny, what are your thoughts about the whole story in itself? And it's interesting. It's interesting perspective because you followed and you wrote and talked about LeBron all those years in Miami. So give me your perspective.
Personally, I like LeBron James. Cool guy, super cool guy. When I was covering the Big Three, he was probably the most relatable guy on the team. Just to put that out there. I think he gets a lot of hate, but I think he also kind of creates a lot of it. Like the Stephen A. story was kind of dead, and then he brought it back to life. He brought it back to life with the McAfee interview, and it was tough to watch, man. Because as a brother, you want to see black men uplift each other.
Right.
But this thing got way too deep. Stephen A. I would have swung on him and this and that. I mean, social media just ran with it. He just ran with it, and Stephen A. didn't want to smoke, man. Like not like that.
Yeah.
So
100% agree with you. Here's the thing about it. I talked about this on the show when this thing first happened. I actually did a little reel on it as well. Like I ignore a lot of people, a lot of trolls. I think the title for those people are trolls that want to get under your skin, that want to get a rise out of you. I ignore those people.
Yeah.
Okay. And Steve, what LeBron in effect did was put a spotlight on Stephen A. Smith and help generate clicks for him. You see what I'm saying? I for the life of me don't understand why LeBron is saying he's a billionaire with a B. For the life of me, I don't understand why LeBron even gives a second thought to somebody talking about him in media, which it is Stephen A.'s job to do, is to talk about athletes.
Right.
Now, there's a different varying opinion about what he said to get him upset. Was it about Bronny? Was it about him? But Stephen A.'s job is to talk about sports, to talk about athletes. I don't think he talked about LeBron. I don't think he talked about Bronny. No, let me back up. I don't think he talked about Bronny. I think he talked about LeBron and his whole part in engineering the drafting of his son and the fact that his son isn't that great of a basketball player. That's something that guys in this industry talk about. I get that. But all LeBron did was give Stephen A. platform to get more clicks.
Yep.
And what Stephen A. is doing now is he's riding it. He's riding the wave.
Non-stop.
Right. Like you said, he should have stopped talking about it at some point. Both of them should have stopped talking about it 2 weeks ago. But Stephen A. is milking it for everything he can.
Yeah.
He's milking it. Yeah.
You know who's winning? ESPN.
Absolutely.
They just invested $100 million in this dude, and I'm like, they're milking it for everything every drip of whatever they can get out of it, they're milking it. And
absolutely.
McAfee and LeBron contributed to that because to me it was a dead story. I wasn't going to bring it up anymore,
Right.
And they just added more venom into the whole thing. And then Stephen A. says, I don't like him. I don't like him. Like, you don't like him? Who admits that? Like, I don't like him. And then he brings Michael Jordan into it. Then he brings Kobe into it. I'm like, he's got to be very careful now, Doug.
Yeah.
He's running the risk of alienating a lot of guys in the NBA because they rolling with LeBron.
Yeah. I saw some comments from Kevin Durant.
Yep.
And Kevin Durant is calling for a quasi boycott of Stephen A.
Yeah.
And I think that would be very easy to do. I saw some other comments from someone else. Can't remember exactly who. And you're watching the 2 Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, my man Jeff Fox filling in for Ryan today. Arley report coming up here in a second. It's very easy for I look at the NBA community, the players, as very small knit. I mean, there's only 12-man roster, 13-man roster. There's superstars, and you always see them hanging out together, like the Banana Boat crew or whatever. So it's very easy for them to kind of like, for lack of a better term, to boycott dude. It's very easy for them to do that. Now, I don't think it's justified because, once again, I don't think Stephen A. said, and I'm not a guy that agrees a lot of times with Stephen A. Let me put that out there. I don't think that there was anything that he said in that comment talking about Bronny. I think that he commented, an obvious comment. I think that LeBron put his son in a bad position from the start. That's my whole thing. That's the only thing I've been saying. I get why he's doing it, but he has to understand the other side of that is the repercussion of what the media is going to say and what fans are going to say. That just comes with the territory. I wouldn't have cared. If I'm LeBron, I just would ignore it. I'm a billionaire. There ain't shit nobody behind a microphone can say to me that's going to get under my skin to that degree where I'm going to step to him on national TV. There's just none.
Let me ask you something, Doug. Did you have a problem with LeBron basically making it happen for his son, like basically making the Lakers draft him and putting him on the team? I don't have a problem with it. As
a Laker fan, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but that's 10%.
Yeah.
90% of me says, why not? Them other folks do it all the time.
Thank you.
I don't have a problem with it. But the backside of that also is the backlash that you're going to get from, once again, people in this business. Their job is to talk about the salacious things that people are going to watch and people are going to click. And LeBron knows that. LeBron is very smart. He's very media savvy. He's been doing this a long time. He's literally been the face of basketball since he was in the 10th grade. The 10th or 11th grade. Yeah. We've been talking about LeBron since he was in the 10th or 11th grade. He's on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and he's getting Hummers and this, that, and the other. He should be used to criticism, is my only point.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, I think the game of basketball owes, LeBron should be able to do what he wants. Like, he's put in enough since high school to really pull off something like this. Nobody had a problem if Disney did it. Nobody had a problem with Sam Walton did it. Like, LeBron is on that level when it comes to basketball. There's only MJ and there's him. That's it. Right. As much as I love Kobe Bryant, my favorite player ever, LeBron's number 2.
Well, we're going to kind of get to that later in the last 48, the biggest memes in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group. When we get back from the break, Arley Wood report. Arley talking some entertainment. So stay tuned for that. We got the top 5. We got a Miami-centric top 5.
Yes, sir.
And listen, if Ryan, the big head, is out there watching, because most of the time, whenever he's not here, big head is watching. This isn't going to count. This isn't going to count for his total. Now, a lot of people feel like that he's going to be rubbed the wrong way, but we don't care. He's not here today. He took off today.
Right?
The show must go on. Top 5 coming up later. Miami-centric. Don't go away. 2 Live Stews.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right. The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances. All right. Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrel are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout.
LionRoarHerbs.com. LionRoarHerbs.com. Arley, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You fell asleep, man?
Hey. Partying too hard at 2:30 in the morning.
Looking at my phone. Hey, Arley.
Arley, good morning.
How are you? Can I clarify something right now?
Yes.
I saw a chat from Loose Neck. And I just wanted to let him know that I have officially declared myself the president of the Arley fan club for life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means I got a DJ. I'm always have music at my party. All right.
Fall back, Loose Neck. Fall back.
Arley, how are you? How was the weekend?
I'm pretty good. It's the your sisterhood month for my beloved sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I had to MC a phenomenal event for reclamation of sorors. If you're a Delta out there and you have not been active, I need you to come on home. That's my little plug. Had a wonderful opportunity. Our 24th president, national president, Sarah, Dr. Cynthia Butler was speaking. So I was in a lot of trouble with her when I pledged back in the day, and I just wanted to let her know, look, I didn't screw it all up. Yay.
You care to tell us the trouble you were in, or is it?
It was always somebody. They claimed it was alleged that I, did something to someone or some women to invite them into our sorority, which was a falsification. And
lies. All lies.
Yeah. I was having Bible study, and these people just want to, they didn't make the line, so they went and made up stuff. Because all the girls who they claimed I did these things to were like, we don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
That didn't always help me. I stayed in some kind of something. I stayed in perpetual. They say the little people are always in trouble. That's what it is.
That's what's up. All right, Arley. Let's talk some entertainment. What you got for us?
Let's talk about it. So you know how we do. We got birthdays. I don't know if you gonna let Jeff sing, or you gonna take over the singing this morning for the happy birthdays.
Don't worry, Jeff. I got it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Yes, everybody.
Yes.
You know how they do it to places when you read it. So, y'all, it's birthdays. It's your girl, Arley Michelle, with the Arleywood Report for the Two Live Stews Experience. And on our birthdays today, we are celebrating actor. He's a little man. Y'all know him. Tony Cox is 67. I had to go look him up. I was like, oh, that's Tony. He's a little bitty.
Wait, who is Tony Cox? What has he done?
Look at the picture. I can't think of his shows right now because he used to play in, hold on. I'm gonna tell you in a minute.
The little guy.
Santa. Yes, little guy.
If this was 30 years ago, we'd say the midget.
Right, but we can't say that.
Not 30 years ago. This is today.
Dude from Friday?
Dude from Friday.
Yeah.
The dude from
Mr. What's the sexy woman's name? She was out there watering her grass, and they're like, "Hey, Miss Parker."
Yeah.
Parkers and Bernie Mac came home and found him. He's a little person.
Everybody that's watching this show right now knows this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
My favorite role that he played in was Bad Santa.
Okay.
Y'all seen Bad Santa?
Bad Santa. I didn't see it.
Okay, you gotta see it. Bad Santa is one of the top 2 or 3 Christmas movies of all time.
Is it?
Yes.
It wasn't on your list when y'all did top Christmas movies.
I don't think we did Christmas movies. I think we did Christmas songs.
Okay, well, I thought we did movies, and because somebody tried to sneak in, we were like, that is not a movie. But anyway.
Oh, you know what we did? I think we did because we talked about your Christmas movie. Your movie was a Christmas movie, right?
That's how my movie was a Christmas movie.
Bad Santa was a phenomenal movie.
I gotta go watch it. I love
it's one of those dark humor movies. So go check out Bad Santa when you get a chance.
I can't think of the lead actor's name, but yes. Also today, Brian Tyree Henry is 43. And yesterday, MC Hammer, I put it in the mix. Hammer. And you want to know who Brian Tyree? He's the one. Have you ever watched ATL?
Yeah.
He was the big time, the one that he's like moved on to some bigger roles now. He was in like The Guardians and some other stuff.
Yeah.
He plays I can't think of his character's name in ATL, but he's the one, the heavyset dude that's the Childish Gambino is his cousin who's trying to like manage him. It's Brian Tyree.
Yeah, he was like the main character outside of
Childish Gambino.
That's
not his real name, but y'all know who we talking about.
Right.
Yesterday, MC Hammer, I put him in the mix. Come on. He turned 63. Tracy Chapman is 61. We'll get a fast car. And former NFL cornerback Richard Sherman is 37.
Okay.
Oh, look, they just look. I can't believe
Richard Sherman not a Hall of Famer, is he? Jeff Fox?
No,
I don't think so.
It didn't have it listed when I looked him up because I couldn't.
No. I'm not saying is he one now. I'm saying will he be one day?
Oh.
That's what I meant when I said that. Yeah.
I
don't think so. I think he's slightly. I mean, just off of name recognition, I say no. Maybe the listeners think different.
I liked it. Didn't he go to, how many Super Bowls did he go to? I know they won.
Well, they went to 2. He lost one and won one, just like Russell did.
Right.
Because of the interception at the end of the game against the Patriots. Yeah.
But isn't that the same game where they should have given it? It was like at the 2-yard line or something. They should have given it to what's his face.
Right. Beast mode.
But they didn't want him. That was not on them, though. That was because the coach, they didn't want somebody.
Bad call. Yeah.
They didn't want him to be the one talking about I'm going to
Disney World.
That's all it was.
Probably.
They didn't want him to be the one because he wasn't going to say that. He was going to say something totally different.
Right.
Talk about his anyway. So first up, you guys, I don't know if y'all remember the rapper singer Sean Kingston from Jamaica. They have me suicidal.
Yeah.
Suicidal. Oh my goodness, he is in a world of trouble, looking to almost serve 20, could serve the sentencing won't be until July. He and his mother apparently have been convicted actually of running a scheme of just getting things on his name, like large sums of money. I don't know how I hadn't figured out yet how they were able to steal from the Bank of America, from First Republic Bank, from all of them. But he is accused of stealing almost $500,000 worth in jewelry, more than $200,000 from the Bank of America, $160,000 from an Escalade dealer, more than $100,000 from First Republic, $86,000 from the maker of customized beds from October 2023 to March of 2024. They have obtained over $1 million worth of possessions through their scheme, however they're scheming it. And in a couple of years past, 2015, and in another year before that, 3 years later, so 2018, they had to pay back money to both in New York a couple of times. It all started when this company, Verver Entertainment, sent a civil lawsuit filed against them where they ordered a 232-inch colossal TV and a sound system for a home that he was renting in Florida. I don't even know what a 232-inch TV. What the world? And what?
Yeah, 232. Wow.
I don't even know what kind of wall that goes on. What does that do? But anyway, the Verver Entertainment Company was like, "Oh, hold up, you coming after us?" And then I guess it made them look into other things. They were arrested. Sean Kingston was crying like, "Oh my God, please protect my mother." She has been in trouble and served time for this kind of scheming back in 2006. And so I just wonder, Doug, this is for you because you are a celebrity. Jeff, you're a celebrity. What do you do when your celebrity goes away?
Well, you get jobs, you move on with life at some point. You got to eat. You got kids. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, DJ.
I went a couple of years. I've told the story before. I went a couple of years spending retirement money, thinking I was going to get another job, and it didn't happen. And at some point, I said, you know what? I understand finances. My father was always financially, viable. And I've always been interested in finance, so I got to the financial services industry, started making very good money.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would, so many times it's funny when you have money, or you, like, I remember when Ernest played in the NFL, people would give him discounts and stuff, but I always was thinking, but these guys can afford to pay full price for items and all that stuff. It's the normal people like me who would like your 50% off, sir. I don't understand that. So I think Sean Kingston was living on his name, which he doesn't even show the picture again, Tree, if you don't mind. He doesn't even look, I mean, he still looks like himself, but he has a different, y'all don't even remember who Sean Kingston is.
Yeah.
So how was he able to, well, a lot of people don't remember.
Right.
That very popular song. I'm just trying to figure out how he was able to defraud so many, almost like that Anna, Surviving Anna, the young lady who was, supposed to be Russian royalty. And then she was this thing and that thing. And she ended up, scamming people out of millions and millions of dollars. The sad thing is his mother they took her into custody. They let him go home with a monitor, and he is on house arrest. They sent his mama to jail. And so I know he is just, they said he broke down in tears, crying in the courtroom, please, oh my God, protect my mama. And I just felt so bad. And people always say, well, you feel bad for the people they did the crime, but I just feel so bad.
Yeah. I thought when Tree put that picture up, I thought that you were going to report on him becoming a transgender. I thought the picture at the bottom was him. I thought the picture on the bottom was him. I was like, oh shit, don't tell me Sean Kingston then went to the other side. Oh Lord, no. Oh Lord.
All right.
I remember seeing him at Heat games all the time, blinging. So always shining, always blinging, always blinging.
Yeah.
And did not purchase that.
And evidently always scamming. He lives in New York, or he lives in Miami?
He lives in Miami. The house was in Florida. So I'm assuming his crimes in the 2015, 2018 were in New York. So apparently he has moved from one to the other. And I'm sure he has I think he's from Jamaica originally, or his mom is. I think that's why Miami is like a better place. Or we got to start out in a new place to do new things, because he had to give up over $300,000 each time in both of those. He had to pay back over $300,000 in both of those instances.
At least he had it.
I guess he wasn't arrested when they arrested his mother, when they descended upon his Florida location, and his mom was there. He was not home at the time. He was out in California doing a concert. They arrested him there. He had some stuff there. Then they extradited him back to Florida to, deal with these claims.
Evidently this scamming world we live in is big with these youth, and credit card fraud, and just a lot of scamming, much more than when I was growing up, I think.
Yep. And it's because they don't want to go to work. It's easier for me and there's so much out there, so much available for you to get in
I think
credit cards and all of our stuff. We're doing all this stuff online. It's so much easier.
Yeah. So much easier. And that's what I was about to say. The whole online factor and, obtaining Social Security numbers and stuff like that. I mean, yeah.
Because, when we were younger, you didn't get a Social Security number until you started work. Now, before your child can leave the hospital, they have to have a Social Security number. So it's easy to scam like a little baby or get something. You don't jacked up their credit before they turn 5. So it's crazy.
When I was so before radio, I worked for a finance company. And y'all might remember American General. That was like my second job out of college after I worked at Foot Action. But anyway, I worked at American General Finance. When I tell you, people all day, every day was calling up there, trying to get a line of credit in their kid's name.
Yep. It's ridiculous. Your child's credit. I had students whose credit was messed up. They were 9th graders and they had jacked up credit. And I'm like, how? My mama put the light bill in my name.
On the bill.
My mama put my name on the light bill and she didn't pay it. And
my mama put my name on the light bill. Yeah. Very frequently occurrence in our community.
Absolutely.
It's really sad.
Well, y'all, the last thing I want to talk about briefly is Monique is back at it again. She is about beefing with Tyler Perry again. So Tyler spoke very aggressively, was very outspoken at Angie Stone's funeral, and talked about how he is going to, work with trying to figure out where her monies are and all that. Well, Monique put out a nice little letter. She first apologized to the family, which I think is inappropriate that they even discussing and using Angie Stone as a platform to do so. However, what she's saying is, so you so worried about Angie Stone money and how she was mistreated by the music industry, but you ain't worried about how you mistreated me and blackballed me and yada, 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 XYZ. So she has put out this open letter to Tyler Perry on her platform. And as you can see, it's a very long letter, just giving her 1, 2, 3. She claims to have video audio of Tyler apologizing to her, saying he knew he was wrong. I listened to the audio. I don't legally think she has a ground to say that. I think she cut it off right when he was like, yes, I said that. And it sounded like a but yada, yada was coming next. And so it's about to be another beef. I don't know. Tree's back there dancing in the, the ring room.
So she she taped her without her knowing. She
taped Tyler without him. The conversation. It was her and her husband Sydney, and just saying. So, but you did. He's all aggressive. That's Sydney boy. He the reason Monique messed up. Let me just say, and he the bros, but he the reason Monique messed up.
Oh, Monique's husband is the bros.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. That's why he get down like he get down, baby.
Yeah.
Anywho, gotta love the bros. I love the bros. They are. It is what it is. But yeah, so y'all stay tuned for more. I'm not sure if Mr. Perry is going to respond, but Monique is coming for the jugular yet again. I want to just sit down somewhere with that.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't respond.
I hope he doesn't either.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Arley.
I'll see y'all later.
Hey, Arley, I'm gonna ask y'all to come back in and give y'all opinion on something here in a second.
Yep.
So stand by. All right. When we get back from the break, we're gonna jump into this top 5. And also, you've seen this video floating around of Marvin Sapp, Jeff,
aka Dr. Lonnie Love.
Bingo. All right. So we're gonna get to that when we get back as well. A lot more coming up on the 2 Live Stews experience. Don't go away. Stay right there.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arley?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come.
Wow. Welcome back to the show. That was Marvin Sapp. He getting a lot of flack in the interweb about those comments. And I want Tree and Arley to pop in here, and I want to get their thoughts. Let me just state what my opinion is, and I'll let y'all go. Tree, you can't even help yourself from laughing because you know how I'm gonna go. You know where I'm gonna go. That's unacceptable. And from what I understand, that's like a year old. Why is it resurfacing now? Is it just
because we're sheeple?
Exactly. And like to call, he got an R&B album coming out. Like it's already out. He released the R&B album.
So we talked about this earlier in the show meeting. I don't know any song that he has. The only song I know is "Never Could Have Made It." That's him, right?
You ever heard? Oh, when I'm gonna tell you, go back, Marvin Sapp. I learned of Marvin Sapp back when Ernest was still in the NFL. That's how far back he goes. And he had a seat. It was a tape back then, and that sucker, I will play it to this day.
What year was he in the? Because I'm from Detroit. Marvin was in the group Commissioned. Fred Hammond, you know.
Oh my God,
yes.
I didn't know Marvin Sapp was in Commission.
Yes.
But he was not the time, not the place is the name of the song. I can't sing.
Yeah.
Colin is not my friend, but that whole album slaps the whole thing.
Yes, it does.
Right, so let me give you my thoughts. From the video in which you just saw, it's made national news.
It has.
He's telling people to close the doors, in effect, to not let anybody leave until they tied or they paid this money or this certain amount, whatever he's shooting for. The whole thing is just very tacky. And now listen, I came from a church. My grandfather was a preacher. Okay, came up in the church. I'm talking at Sunday school at 10 a.m. and we in church till 2 o'clock. The football game's already started. We trying to get out of there, and we still in church.
Are you going back to 7:30?
7:30. What do you mean?
7:30 service.
Oh no, I never went to 7:30. Well, I did go to 7:30 service when I was working with y'all, but no, I'm at the 10 o'clock service.
No, I meant at night. We used to have to go back to church at night.
Oh no, we weren't crazy with it.
That's some Detroit storefront shit.
Yeah.
So bottom line, I just think that's tacky. It's just very tacky because it seems like you're putting finances over the word. And you know what? We had this conversation. We did a pop-up show when we brought the show back like a year plus ago now. I've always felt like giving is someone's personal thing. Okay. The preachers that I grew up with, they had jobs. He's sounding like Mr. Sapp is sounding like he needs this money because it's going to help with the operating costs and for him to get paid. That's what it sounds like to me. When I grew up, when me and Ryan grew up, the preacher had another job. This was not his main source of income. Mr. Sapp sounds like this is how he's going to pay his bills. This is how he's going to put food on the table. We need to get this money. I don't think it should be like that. Y'all thoughts?
First of all, when I first heard about Impact, Arley, you would have been there already. I was living in Taiwan, and I would listen so that I could feel connected. It was podcast then. There was no video.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to join that church. My friends, all the singers, Tree, you need to go to Impact. It was the Sunday that he told y'all to take your tithes. Olu told y'all to take your tithes and go give it to somebody else. Don't tithe in the church. That got me. Right. I was like, when I get back, we about to go to this church. And so to your point about him needing the money, did you see how big the church is? Like, yes. After I went to Impact and started being on the payroll, I came to understand what it takes to run an operation like that. So for all of you who think he's going to take that 40 grand and pocket it, it's not going to be like that.
Well, maybe
it's
the
not
church,
appropriate.
Maybe the church shouldn't be that big. Maybe they should. They should scale down.
But even in a little church, Doug, you got to cut the air on, cut the heat. You know how big your bill is for your house. Even if we meet in my house, my heating bill for me, just me in here, might be $400 a month if it's a cold month or whatever is happening. Just that month. So it's gonna be more than one person at the church. We got to put us somewhere we can fit. We could all come to church here. We still paying $400 a month. Who paying for that?
And how you gonna tell him to make it smaller? If somebody ever came in this space and was like, "You need to scale down, Doug," no, we're going into all the world, and
one has nothing to do with each other with the other. Let me ask you this:
it's a business. Church people, I know it's hard.
Right. I understand, but did that not sound like he's holding them captive?
But let me just go. Let me give you. Let me.
Did that not sound like he's holding them captive?
I understand what you're saying, but they took the whole video has been, of course, taken out of context. There's more to it. And Marvin Sapp's response was, listen, and y'all notice from your own churches, remember the ushers would not let you walk if we taking up money. If we're having a collection, you can't walk because anything could happen at that moment. So what he is saying is that there was a safety. And first of all, it was a conference. So it's way bigger than just a normal church service. Second of all, you cannot walk while we picking up the buckets. You just can't walk. And in the old school church,
that's security too.
It's a security issue. Third of all, you used to my church, and now when I go to Bay Springs, Mississippi, and go to our little church, they still want you to walk around. My grandmother, may she rest in heaven, would give me her money because she didn't feel like walking around. Go put my money up there, and they walk around, put it up there in the little thing, come back to their seat. They still do that to this day.
Right.
Scott. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Arley.
No, that's it. I get it. It sounded like that, but what he was saying was there was security reasons. It's thousands of people in here. I can't have folks moving next thing somebody snatched the money out the thing, took off running. The money.
Did he say that at some point? We just didn't see that in the video?
No, that's what I'm saying. They only took part of the video. It's just like anything else. Well, if I want you pissed off enough, I'm gonna send you the part of the video I want you to see.
But Arley, what I'm saying is, what you're saying is, I saw someone else say that about the security issue. Is there video in the same conversation speech that he was giving?
There is longer.
Did he mention
we don't know
that the reason why I'm asking the ushers to close the doors because of security?
But in a church context, see, it's all these worldly people that's committing on it. If he was having such a hard time, this was 2 years ago, a year or two ago. You think his church will still be flourishing and not having issues?
That. He's out there on Rel. I want to talk to Rel about a church has a payroll. Something ain't right. Are you kidding me? Now, Arley, I was on payroll. Get paid to sing. We used to get paid to sing. I got paid to produce. Don't do that, Douglas.
You volunteer at church, Doug?
Did you volunteer to do the pregame experience?
No, Jeff.
Thank you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Jeff, your thoughts. Jeff.
I think that the ushers and whoever was at the door, they didn't think he was serious.
Right. Stop right there. I meant to mention something about that. He had to say it like 8 times. The ushers were shocked.
What? Like
they were shocked. He said it over and over and over and over again. At some point, it should have registered, dude. They're not even taking you serious. What you're saying is ridiculous.
Yeah, it gives Reverend Ike vibes.
Wait a minute. Don't talk about Reverend Ike because that's my nigga.
It gives Dr. Lonnie Love vibes.
Leon Lonnie Love. It's a bad look. Now, whatever his intentions were, what I'm telling you is that is a bad look.
Archaic ninjas. Okay. I'm gonna go so we can. But Doug, I know we're finishing this up. I have some other issues with you from the weekend, but you might want to get into the top 5 now. But I have some other stuff we need to talk about.
I just want to say, people, yes, human beings are pastors and they do human being things. I do not think that Marvin Sapp in that moment was doing it. Y'all ain't leaving here because first of all, that's kidnapping and he would have thousands of charges of it. That's not what happened. But like you said, Doug, their job is to do the salacious thing. People put out, whoever posted that initially from 2 years ago, they're getting the opportunity to get all these likes and views, and they're going to have all these things. That's not how that happened because he wouldn't still be Marvin Sapp. I want you to go listen to some of his music too.
Please, no, Arley, no.
Maybe he has haters. They always said if you don't have haters, you ain't popping. So
right. That's true.
And got haters.
Marvin Sapp's story is very he lost his wife to cancer. She was a really great first lady. He had a lot of loss and stuff. I don't think that has nothing to do with him asking people for money. That money was for the operations of whatever that conference was.
Absolutely.
It can classify borderline kidnapping.
Okay, well, then the authorities will be called.
Yeah. Hey, man, not trying to rub nobody the wrong way, but it certainly looked like, the ushers were like, oh, what? Like, what?
Go ahead, Pastor. You joking, right? You joking, right, Pastor? Pastor, you joking? You for real? That's how they were standing at the doors.
Yeah.
What do you mean close the doors? Yeah.
Close
So
the doors.
I see y'all got a lot of comments in the chat about it. We'll read a lot of that later. I just think that was a horribly executed.
Somebody had to get him, Doug, because for them to just drop that 2 years later, it definitely seems like it's calculated now.
All right. All right. So top 5. And you're watching the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart.
This is
so top 5.
We shouldn't be doing this. I just want to say for the record, for the safety of my job, I did not. This is not my house.
Yeah,
and I do whatever Doug tells me to do, but I would not. I don't. Ryan not being here, and
thank you.
It feels like,
okay,
he's catching up.
You said that a couple times. Thank you. So top 5, just to make Jeff feel a little warm, we're doing the top 5 Miami things. Okay, this will not go to Ryan's record. People love the top 5. Jeff is here today, so we thought it'd be great. Matter of fact, here goes the records of the top 5. I'm up 11-7 over Ryan. So whatever happens, we're going to put this up in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, and you're going to have the opportunity to vote, okay? People love the top 5. Jeff is here. We thought we'd make it simple for him, and we're rolling out our top 5 Miami things. This will be posted in the group a little bit later after today's show, and we'll give results on Thursday. Simple as that.
So you haven't seen my list, right?
I haven't seen your list. You haven't seen my list.
Right.
Ryan questioned that last week, but it's not the case. This
Right.
absolutely is on the up and up. All right, so Jeff, let's go ahead and see your list. Let's go ahead and see. Well, Tree, you think I should go first or Jeff should go first? Jeff, let's go, Jeff. Jeff's top 5 things to come out of Miami.
Yeah, Chef Creole, man, great seafood, man. If you come to visit Miami, you got to go to Chef Creole.
So that's the name of the restaurant.
Chef Creole. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I was the voice of Chef Creole on 790 The Ticket. So, but I would get taken care of, man. The whole staff at the radio station got taken care of. And if you come to Miami, that's one of the places you just got to go to.
Chef Creole. Okay.
Chef Creole.
Taking note.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do I got up there? Miami strip clubs, absolutely a must. A must. Yeah, I know. There may be some holier than thou folks in the building, but booty shaking is it. It started with Uncle Luke.
Damn,
we are known for that.
I forgot about the booty shaking, the strip clubs down there in my list.
Yeah.
Can I change mine, Tree? Can I change mine? Okay. All right.
He's known for that.
Now I will say this. It's a different vibe of strip clubs down there. I think in the grand scheme of or the register of strip club cities, I think Atlanta might still be one. Or what would you say?
I think Miami's number 1. Seriously.
What puts Miami strip clubs over Atlanta strip clubs?
We got Tootsie's down here. I live not too far away from Tootsie's.
We got Magic City. We got the Blue Flame. Home of the $5 table dance.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of AT girls come down here from the ATL because, they know where the bag is, I mean, we haven't had the NBA All-Star game down here in many years, but if they bring it down here, Lord.
Okay. All right. So
that's big time.
I'm gonna bookmark that. So strip clubs. That's a discussion in itself. All right. Next one. Let's go. Let's see what you got for third.
Miami Heat games. Like, you gotta go to Miami Heat games if you come to Miami during the NBA season. It's a great place to be seen. Like, and the women know that, and they come there to be seen. If you got a business deal going down, you want to go to Miami Heat games. You never know who you're going to see. Like, every celebrity in town, whenever they come to Miami, they go to Heat games.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And
I think I got your ass. Pause. I think I got you, Jeff. Even though I'm not from Miami, I think I got you. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know how wide ranging my list should be. So, I enlisted the help of some friends. But definitely the beaches. Bayside, Las Olas. I mean, all of those are trendy spots to be seen at. Great place to hang out. And of course, the clubs on the beach, like Club Live, so Miami's known for all of that. And basically, number one, Miami's an event town. And what I mean by that, we got F1 down here, we got Live Golf, we got film festivals, we got black film festivals, we got jazz in the gardens. Like, you got to be in Miami. If you want to have a big festival and you want a party town to come to, this is it. Miami is the place to be.
Okay, funny you say that. Look at the post from Eddie Jewell. It says, Jeff, I'm surprised you don't have the Miami Hurricanes. But guess who does? Guess who does? Let's put up my list, Tree. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 5, the 0-1 Hurricanes. That's right. I think the number is 40 guys that were on that 0-1 team at some point played in the NFL. The 2001 Miami Hurricanes, yes. I'm talking about from redshirted to seniors, everybody in between. And maybe it wasn't 40, but it was a huge number. Fantastic team. Then I've got the 87 Hurricanes. The 87 Hurricanes was the Michael Irvin team with the Blaze brothers and all of those guys. Now, I know Miami won a championship 80 and 83, I think it was, under Stellenberger. But the real Miami Hurricanes with the bravado and the attitude and the ish talking was the 87 team with Irvin and the boys. Coming in at number 3 on my list. Come on, man. Jeff, they're the only undefeated football team in the history of the NFL.
Man, that was
the 72 Dolphins.
Oh, man.
Hey, you had your turn. The 72 Dolphins coming in at number 2. At number 2 on my list of top 5 things from Miami. Coming in at number 2. Put it back up, Tree. Uncle Luke.
Yeah, I did
think.
think.
Don't stop, get it. Don't stop, get it.
Yeah, I did think about that. But
the hip hop scene.
Boy, yeah,
the hip hop scene is started and finished by Uncle Luke. All right, the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega is Uncle Luke. And coming in at number 1, I think this show really precipitated y'all shine. I mean, Miami Vice, the TV show, Crockett, Tubbs, it really set the stage for Miami being this international town, pastel colors, strip clubs, Lamborghinis, Ocean Boulevard, South Beach. It really kind of set the stage for Miami. I can't remember people talking about Miami before Miami Vice than after Miami Vice. Hey, Jeff, I'm a top 5 king, sir.
I mean, I consider putting up the Luke dancers on the list instead of Uncle Luke himself, because everywhere I go, when I mentioned that I was from Miami.
Tell it to your preacher, Jeff. We will have the top 5 posted in the Two Live Students Facebook chat group by noon today. And I need you to vote.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Ryan said I won. So, hey.
Ryan's a hater.
All we do is win.
Ryan's a hater. All right, when we get back from the break, last 48. Biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours. Oh, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this, too, when we get back. I don't know if you've been keeping up, Jeff, but I'm calling the police on ninjas. We talk about it when we get back. Don't go away.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right. The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changers Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. You're in the dog pound. Dogs and poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com. I just got one question, man. How you still hating on your day off? You like Craig from Friday. My brother like Craig from Friday. He's still hating on his day off in the chat. Yeah, we'll see about this top 5 a little bit later. Ryan Stewart, it's not even close. However, when Christmas gets her hands on nothing else will matter, it's sad. When Tree, not Christmas.
See, Doug, when I hold it down for my man Ryan, man, I come in like Vinnie Microwave Johnson, like Frank Reich, like some of the all-time great sixth men, backups in history.
Right. You represent for Ryan, huh? So Tree, go ahead and show that photo for people that didn't. We're about to jump into the last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. So this was March 28th. I think this was Friday night. I think the 28th was Friday night. I'm riding in Atlanta, and what do I happen to see? I don't know if you caught the show, but me and Ryan had this long discussion about these motorcycle riders, driving 100 miles per hour on the freeway, and how I feel like that at some point they're probably going to meet their demise because all it takes is somebody just to switch lanes at the last second without a signal light, and that's it. It's a wrap. So I said that what I plan to do is I'm going to start calling the police on these guys and save some lives. And I'm actually starting a campaign hoping that everybody else would join in me on that as well. Do they do that in Miami? I don't know if you caught the conversation, but is there like a major highway in Miami which you're coming down and all of a sudden, boom, zoom.
Don't tell him, Jeff. He'll be sitting his ass over there trying to.
All the time, man. All the time. All the time, man. The freeway is like a speedway. So, they do that down here.
Yeah, I can imagine it's probably even more in Miami.
Definitely. You had a couple of NFL guys. Last week I did a story on my show. You had T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. They bought Lamborghinis after Chase signed his deal, and they were racing on 95 down here.
What?
Yes. In public, bro. Not on a speedway, in traffic. In and out of traffic. Like, Henry Ruggs was like somewhere saying, no, like.
It's this whole thing.
They don't get it.
Yeah, this whole thing was precipitated by, and you talked about Ruggs. He killed somebody.
Yeah.
And then the University of Georgia. This. Go back, put those back up. The police are going to start blocking y'all calls. Look at him, Kareem Akbar. He's the head of the CMB. Ryan laughing my black ass off, I guess. Scrooge McDuck, whatever. Doug Snitchwalk. Whatever. I'm saving lives. What y'all doing? Y'all just giving them passes that are going to ultimately lead to their, and not just their deaths, other people on the highways. Like they're interfering with driving, and that would be a distraction, and people aren't paying attention because they're, this people on these motorcycles going 100. I don't want to talk about it. Just understand and put the word out that I'm calling the popo on y'all from now on. Top 5. Or not top 5, I'm sorry. Last 48. A lot of numbers. The biggest things, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook group over the last 48 hours. Let's roll them out, Tree. Jeff, this is dope right here, right?
Yeah, I dig it.
Shouts out to Chief Rock. Brian owes him. He was one of our producers back in the day at the radio station. Football forever. The NFC East is the first division in NFL history to have 4 black starting quarterbacks. If we had that sound effect machine for applause, I would be hitting it right now.
Yeah, no doubt. That's dope. That's pretty dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man, Vince Evans and Randall Cunningham and
James Harris, Warren Moon.
Harris, Shaq Harris, Warren Moon.
Yeah.
They're standing up applauding right now, sir.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts for the Eagles, Jane Daniels for the Commanders, Dak Prescott for the Cowboys, and obviously Russell Wilson just signed a deal, $20 million guaranteed with the New York Football Giants. That's a big theme of our show because kind of, sideways, that whole conversation about black quarterbacks precipitated and is the reason for the Two Live Stew show. That's how ingrained a topic that has been with us over 25 years, man.
Yeah, we've come a long way since Jimmy the Greek and those guys were calling shots around the NFL, and a long way from when Doug Williams became the first black man to play quarterback in the Super Bowl. Remember when that was a big deal?
That was a big deal.
Leading up to that game, and that's all people wanted to talk about was Doug Williams.
Yeah.
It's no big deal now. Now it's regular.
Yeah, so shouts out to all of these guys coming up through the system right now. We did the math last year. More than half the quarterbacks in the NFL after this draft, if you count Shedeur and you count Cam Ward, there's going to be more than 16 starting NFL quarterbacks, black quarterbacks in the NFL. So good stuff. Next one, Tree. So NBA GOAT. Great job, ESPN. ESPN has spoken. ESPN has ranked the top 10 greatest NBA players of all time. Let's start back from 10. They got Shaq, Kobe at number 9, Tim Duncan at 8, Bird at 7, Wilt at 6, Magic at 5, Bill Russell at 4, Kareem at 3, LeBron at 2, and Jordan at 1. What do you think about this order?
It's hard to argue with that list. I mean, I think Kobe and Tim Duncan might be interchangeable, but other than that, I didn't know who Bill Russell was when I initially looked at the picture, but I don't really have a problem with the list. Really don't.
I think I would put Magic third.
Ahead of Kareem?
Ahead of Kareem, man.
You know what, Doug? People forget sometimes how great Kareem was. The dude was winning since high school.
Listen, and I know that sounds like I'm taking a shot at Kareem. Magic was Showtime, man. Magic brought a brand of basketball. He was the catalyst for all of the rings. He was the floor general for all of those titles. He brought a style of play to the NBA, and there's never been another the closest thing we've had to Magic as a point guard, and maybe you can throw out another name, is Penny Hardaway. And Penny didn't play but a couple of years because he had the knee issues. I hold Magic in such a high regard. Like, I can debate you that Magic might be the greatest basketball player of all time. Over Magic, over Jordan. Over Jordan, over LeBron, because of his impact. I don't know. It's a long discussion. It's a long discussion.
Yeah, that's another conversation for another day. I think that
put it back up, Tree.
I think Kareem gets the most disrespect of anyone in the top 10.
You know what? You know why I think you know why I think people don't have Kareem rated higher, and they never talk about him in the greatest of all time compared to Jordan or LeBron. I think his skill set. We look at him, and whether it's right or wrong, I think we look at him and say he's just a tall guy that's taller than everybody else. He can't really dribble. He wasn't a great assist guy. He didn't do all of the skill set things that a guard does. You know, he's not really a high flyer. You ever seen the video of Kareem? Because I don't remember when it was live. You ever seen a video of Kareem in the slam dunk contest?
Nah, it's hard to believe he was in that.
Yeah, he was in it, but that's the point. He was in the slam dunk contest, but he shouldn't have been because he's too tall and it doesn't look right. You know?
Yeah.
So and once again, whether it's right or wrong, I think we have some biases to guards or athletic guys that can run, jump, and, you know, shift the agility and all of that stuff. I think that's why we don't put Kareem in that GOAT conversation probably
His
as much
shot,
as we should. Yeah.
The only unstoppable shot in basketball history, the skyhook. It's unstoppable. It was an automatic 2 points. Automatic. And he was winning since high school, bro. You know, then he went to UCLA and won championships. Then he came to the NBA and won championships. All he did was win.
Chapter bro.
He lost his Celtics once or twice, but you know.
Right. Speaking on the unblockable shot, there is video out there of Wilt blocking his shot.
Really?
The skyhook. Yeah.
I mean, those were epic duels back in the day. That's when my old boy was watching basketball, and I just remember as a kid, you know, him telling me about how, because he was a Wilt guy.
Right.
Like that's how I became a Laker fan, because of him.
Your old boy, that's your dad?
Yeah.
That's the Jamaica slang. Your old boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you call your mom the old lady, and you call your dad the old man. But it's
okay. You just said old boy. Yeah, old man is that's universal. We still call our father our old man. All right, next one, Tree. Last 50 starts. You know me and Ryan's debate about stats and just using your eyes. This is a very interesting last 50 starts for Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott. Any football fan that you ask would say Patrick Mahomes is a much better quarterback than Dak Prescott. But their stats are literally identical. You know, what's your thoughts? Are you a stat guy like Ryan, or are you a guy that say, you know, if you're talking about greatest running backs of all time, I'm taking Bo Jackson over Curtis Martin. But Curtis Martin had infinitely better stats, but still you say your visuals say that Bo Jackson was a better running back. Are you a stat guy or an eye guy?
Eye guy, definitely. I don't do the stats, man. That's for baseball fans.
Absolutely. You know? Can you text Ryan? You got his number. Text him and tell him that. Stats are for baseball fans.
Yeah. I go by what I see, man. I go by what I see. This is not even close. Like, it might be close in terms of numbers, but that's it.
That's it.
Right there.
Yeah, that's it. Clearly, like a long way. Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback. Or if people were picking between those guys, you're clearly going to take Patrick Mahomes over Dak Prescott. And I know Cowboy fans feel some type of way, but that's just the truth. Stats lie all the time.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, next one, Tree. Is this the last one? Okay, we got one more. 4 reasons we aren't soft and offended by everything. 45 and old understands this post. We ain't woke. I don't know about that part. 4 reasons we aren't soft and offended by everything. All right, for Greenhorns watching, these 4 guys were stars of TV shows in the 70s, and these 4 guys didn't give a shit about nothing. These guys would go off on you. They disciplined their kids. They talk trash to their kids. They weren't soft. The kids weren't soft because their daddies, Fred Sanford, Archie Bunker, George Jefferson, and James Evans, were just hardcore to the depths of hardcore.
Yeah. James Evans Jr. is my father. That's who he is. Like, he did not bullshit, man. He, like, you know, when we had company come over to the house, he would just stare at you, and you knew to get up and go outside or go in the room or something. Like, they had rules in the house.
Jeff, I'm echoing exactly what you just said. Our old man was literally James Evans.
Yeah.
Our old man was James Evans.
Yeah.
Period. J.J. Thelman, Michael's daddy. That was our old man, Ralph Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't play back then, and it wasn't all of this political correct softness and walk on eggshells around your kids and don't it wasn't like that.
I don't think our father's style of parenting would work today.
I mean,
I don't think it would work today.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because these kids have rights now.
Yeah.
These kids have rights. They have social media where they can, put you on blast so they can call the police if they want it on you.
Yeah. And my old boy got soft too as he got older. He got soft, man. He got soft. He forgot how mean he was to me.
Right.
And let my kids get away with murder.
Yeah, we say that all the time about our mother. Our mother is infinitely softer than she was when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Infinitely.
Yeah. No doubt about that, man. No doubt.
All right, next one, Tree. Oh, this is big. I think we have an echo. Do we have an echo, Tree? I don't know why. Hold on a second. All right, you hear me now? Sorry about that. Technical difficulty. I want to save this till we come back from the break. Because this is going to take some thought. As far as which one of those guys would be the last one standing. And we got the trespass coming up here in a second. And we're going to get to some chat. I think my mic is good to go right now. So, yeah, don't go away. Stay tuned. 2 Live Stews Experience with my man, Jeff Fox. Yeah.
Hey.
Big booty hoes, help with it. Hoochie mamas, help with it. Let me see you touch the ground.
I don't know a reputation, but all the niggas in the hood say it's all good, but the big thing shit, though you need to make a switch. Smacking on your lips with your hands on your hips, trifling slimy. Don't try me, playing on the phone, you're supposed to be phone. Bitch, stop lying, I ain't with it. Keep running your mouth and I'ma stick my dick in it. Hoochie hood rat needs home training, ghetto ass always complaining. Trying to clown in front of my friends. By the way, bitch, can I get those ends? Fuck the actress, you ain't no actress. Laying on the mattress, let a nigga smack it. The bitch is full of drama. Hoochie hood rat is a hoe like a mom.
She ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama. She ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama. She ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama. She ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama.
Oh, I love your big brown eyes and the way you shake your thighs. Acting like you're so damn cute. Let a real nigga just knock them boots. I don't need no conversation. All I want is an ejaculation. Cause I like them ghetto hoochies. Ones who like to pop that Gucci. Miami style, make a nigga smile. Bitch get wild cause freaky shit is what I like. And I love to see 2 bitches die. My favorite time is 69. Bitch, you know it's hoochie time. Fuck what you heard and save the drama. All I want is my hoochie mama.
You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama. You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama. You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama. You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama.
Mama just don't understand why I love your hoochie ass. Sex is what I need you for. I got a good girl, but I need a whore. I like my bitch promiscuous, hot in the ass and ready to fuck. Foreplay your way, our way, my way, trick or freaking.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute, Tree.
It's a nasty song, man.
Tree is early in the morning for that.
Never too early. Why do you always say that?
So wait a minute. I'm
Every
over
time
here.
is the right time.
I'm over here doing.
I know that's right, Tree.
I'm over here doing something on my phone, and I'm not paying attention to this Uncle Luke and his hoochie mama, and I stop and start listening. It's like
It's actually the 2 Live crew.
I'm honoring our guest.
Yeah, no doubt. And I appreciate that, Tree. I appreciate that.
What about the PG version?
Nah,
There is no PG
forget
in 2
about
Live crew, man.
We
R.I.P. man
They
to
don't,
Fresh
they,
Kid
don't,
Ice.
they don't have a radio edit?
Yeah,
do,
but
I'm sure, but come on, it's Monday. People hate Mondays. We making Monday great again.
God damn.
R.I.P. to Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquise, both rappers.
I need a
They've gone on to glory now.
Both of them are gone?
Both of them are gone.
Brother Marquise is a Puerto Rican looking one, right?
No, there's a yeah. He's a Puerto Rican
Asian
one.
looking.
Yeah. He actually passed away in Atlanta. Fresh Kid Ice passed away as well. Uncle Lucas and DJ Mr. Mix. They're the last two left.
These people are crazy.
Look what FM said. I need a whore. I need a whore at 8:40 a.m. Come on, Tree.
Why do we act?
It's not a bad thing.
It's not. Stop with the judgment. Marvin can get his 40 grand and FM can have his whore at 8:40 in the morning.
Right. Okay. All right. Damn.
Are we reading chats?
Yeah. No. We gotta finish the last 48 one. The last 48
Let me put something out there real quick, Doug.
Go ahead.
You're a single guy right now, right?
Yes.
You don't have any friends with benefits?
What do you mean by that?
Friends with benefits, you know.
You're in the dark.
What was that all about?
I don't know. But I mean, friends that'll come over, and
I have a lot of friends, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be subliminal here, but friends with benefits.
What does that have? What does that have to do with Two Live Crew at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
Whore this, whore that. Go ahead.
Tree just mentioned at 8:40, and the guy, somebody texted, "I need a whore." If that's the case, I used to DJ at a strip club, so I'm already corrupted. And I'm not trying to put too much of the business out there, but I think it's a pretty good idea just to have some friends.
Okay, all right. Let me ponder on that. Let me ponder on that. Let's see the last meme, Tree, and then we can get to this chat. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. All right, so Omar all day comes from Garland Dunlap in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. Put these 6 in a room. Who's coming out alive? So you got Kanan from what's the name of the show? Power. Yeah. You got Kanan, which is 50 Cent's character from Power, Omar from The Wire, Tommy from Power, Chris from The Wire, Lamar from BMF, and then you got Jerome from Snowfall. Put these 6 guys in a room. Who coming out alive? Let's see what you say, Jeff. What's your thoughts?
It's hard for me to go against Kanan, bro. Kanan Stark. That's the guy. Hands down. He came back from the dead. I thought he died in a fire. Kanan came back. I know there's some badasses in that room right there, but I can't see anybody outdoing Kanan.
I think all of these guys, out of all of these guys, I think the most ruthless was Chris from The Wire. I think they're all ruthless, obviously, but Chris from The Wire, his job, he was basically a hired assassin.
Yeah.
He was a hired assassin on The Wire. Him and Snoop. They should have had a picture of him and Snoop. That would have been powerful.
I've got an embarrassing thing to say about The Wire.
Okay. So I would say, remember what you're about to say. So I would say Chris. I would say Chris first, and second, I would say Omar. I pause about Omar because of his lifestyle, and I guess that shouldn't matter. He was hardcore. Go ahead. You said you have something embarrassing about The Wire to talk about?
Yeah. This is a shameless confession.
Okay.
I have never watched the entire series.
That's the big one, Elizabeth.
I'm
coming to join you, honey. With a ninja co-hosting the show that never seen the whole series of The Wire. What?
I've just watched a couple of episodes, but never got through the whole. And it's one of my missions in life that I want to make sure I do see The Wire.
Look, you don't want to have anything in common with this guy, Jay Clyde, first of all. But he says he's never seen The Wire either.
Yeah.
Do you know that they teach college courses on The Wire? You've heard that before? They've actually got a course, and I don't know what the course is dealing with. It can't be dealing on, drug culture or whatever. I don't know what, but they're actually college courses, featuring The Wire. The Wire is the main basis of the course. You got to go back and watch The Wire, man. Seriously, it's detailed, it's deep, it's intricate. It gives you a lot of interesting perspectives. There's a lot of different storylines, a lot of great characters. I just posted something yesterday in the 2 Live 2's Facebook chat group that the dude that played Marlowe in The Wire, magnificent job.
Yeah.
Magnificent job of a cold, ruthless, just kingpin in the street level of Baltimore. He played the hell out of that role. And a lot of characters in that series were just supremely played. And the storyline was a supreme storyline. You got to go back and watch The Wire, bro.
Yeah, right. I mean, and you know what? I've been to some hoods in Baltimore that are just like that. Like that. Oh, yeah. That was art imitating life.
Oh yeah.
Because I've been to Bmore, and them streets ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Tree, pop in. Let's get to this chat. And you're watching the 2 Live Stews experience. Tree hadn't seen The Wire either, I don't think.
That's a damn lie. I just talked to you about Omar being my boy. Like, I'm having a hard time. I saw every episode.
Okay. So would you agree Jeff needs to see it? Anybody that hadn't seen the entire series need to watch it?
I don't want to talk to anyone that hasn't seen it. Stay away from me.
I've watched the whole series from beginning to end maybe 5 times. And I've watched like Game of Thrones, I've watched that like 2 or 3 times.
That's
because every time you go back and watch shows like that, you see something, you figure something out that at least I do. Every time I go back and watch the series over, like I'm like, oh, that's what that was all about, So
yeah. I'm a Power guy. Power is my show. Power.
I've watched only Power. I'm not watching all that them other 29 spinoffs. No, thank you. Thank you for your donations today, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, we got donations. Loose Neck, thank you, brother.
From Loose Neck, who has changed his photo again to that stellar haircut. Mama Payne danced down the aisle to give Marvin Sapp her money.
Right. Leon Lonnie Love. That's a bad look.
To ask for the donation thing?
To threaten people, basically. It's not to ask. Let's go. Let's just
again. You got to wonder why this is coming out now. Like, it's weird. That's weird.
Very weird.
Sean Mims, thank you for your donations. Stop it. The church heat is not on. No, Sean. Impact. We were there, y'all. We didn't just come on Sundays. We were always there. We practically lived there. We had computers. We had y'all. Y'all are so dated.
Yeah, but
how old are y'all?
My point is though, if you need money to keep the heat on, then really you should have less services.
Okay. And you're the same person that doesn't want people. Never mind.
That doesn't want what?
I just, you couldn't be my man. Not for real. Like for the show, you could be my man, but you don't go. You want to go to Tennessee to replace Ecuadorian mountains. You don't go to beaches that aren't unless they're in Myrtle. You don't go outside the country. Like your whole
one beach is what you see in one beach, you see them all. To be honest,
can't with you. Let's keep going. From Loose Neck, thank you for another donation with another picture. How do you change your picture so fast?
Thank you, Loose Neck. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Hey, if you want to donate to the show, this is the live episode right now. At the time we're doing this, but go to the bottom of the chat, look to the right. There's a $sign. Click on that and donate whatever you can, whatever you feel in your heart. I'm not going to close the doors on you if you don't donate, but I'm asking you to donate what's in your heart. Like Marvin Sapp should have posed it. That's how
at some point we're going to have subscriptions. That's going to be the same as closing the door where we give you a little bit.
It's nowhere near closing the door and physically restraining people from leaving. No way. If you're watching the replay, look to the bottom of the chat to the right. You should see a heart symbol. Click on that and you can donate as well at that time.
Loose Neck, you on a roll. You're not getting your Starbucks anymore this week. Thank you. Another donation. Doug has his own personal bat phone for the police.
Yeah, I'm calling on them ninjas.
It's the Darren Chronicle. No, it's the Drop a Dime Chronicles. was so disappointed. You should be out. You should be out on a
I was
date
out.
on a Friday night.
I was out.
Okay.
I was out. That's why I took the picture. I took that picture.
Bless her heart.
They were about to start speeding. I caught them at the light, and I actually screamed at them, "Hey, you guys, slow it down!" I down the window and I said that, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, "Okay, you'll see." Jeff, you missed it, but I'm calling the police on them cats from now on. All right, go ahead, Tree. Next one.
I don't want to read this.
It wasn't too early when Tree was at your house that morning. Why would you pull this up?
Well, he paid because he paid to say that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you for your
12.
donation, Till Dog 12.
Thanks, Till Dog 12.
So what am I missing here? So
nothing.
Ryan, okay.
Nothing. We were working, and it's a long story. But go ahead, Tree.
A long story. A long one. Oh, sorry. Here we go.
What the? Okay, go ahead.
From Carrie Portis. Question for Jeff. I know there's gators in Miami. Wait, Carrie, thank you for your donation.
Thank you, Carrie. $10. $10. We appreciate that.
I smell weed. Question for Jeff. I know there's gators in Miami, but have you been to the Everglades? Take it away, Jeff.
I have not been to the Everglades, and I would be if I did go, I would stay in the vehicle. Like I'm terrified of gators. Terrified.
Yeah, I did a one of those tours in New Orleans though.
Yeah.
Not in Miami, but in New Orleans, they, highlighting all these gators down there in the bayou. All right, go ahead, Tree. Next one.
June B77. Thank you so much. That 40,000 could have paid off everything for the whole month. He's right. At the church, trust me. Operation expenses. He's correct.
Yeah, but it's just how you do things, Tree. It's no offense with them asking for donations to keep the church running. It's a business to a degree. To a degree. It's not even a business. I even hate calling it a business.
Did you hate
Spiritual.
that deposit? Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do you today. From Julius 35C, Chisholm's origin name is from Scotland. Talking about wow.
Jazz Chisholm, yeah. We were talking about
we've totally taken on the whole.
It's ours now. They do it to us. They do it to us. So we own it now. Thank you, Julius. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you, brother.
From Tony Dorsett. The Constitution is just a piece of paper. This is in reference to Trump having about 12 years in office, according to him.
I mean, it's really like we're Bizarro World. You remember Bizarro World on Superman, Jeff?
Yeah.
It's like we're in Bizarro World.
Yeah.
Ups, down, and left's right.
If somebody from the 80s died and came back, you told them that Trump was president, they'd laugh at you.
They'd laugh at you.
Yeah. Seriously.
He only filed bankruptcy 7 times. He's
felon.
Got a reality show. He's a 34-time felon, and he's redlined his apartment buildings, kept ninjas out, bought an ad in the New York Times castigating 3 young black men or something they didn't do. Just
regular
go on and on.
Yeah.
From Julius 35C, ask Jeff how them white Cubans for Trump are feeling after he's getting they asses deported. Are you seeing? Yeah. Is there like?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's happened. I've dated someone that's a teacher, and she told me ICE came to the school. The school, yo. So it's going down.
Yeah, but the Cubans, they're strong.
Yeah.
Staunch Republicans, though.
You ever seen that comedian Godfrey?
Yeah.
He does a great impersonation.
Not Godfrey.
Yeah. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Where's Ryan when I need him?
What tree?
I mean, it's funny you mentioned that, Jeffrey, because we were talking about Godfrey and Douglas didn't feel that he had made it. But for you to say it just randomly.
You're mischaracterizing the whole debate and conversation tree. But yeah, Godfrey is phenomenal. And I saw the video you're talking about.
Yeah.
Me no black.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. And he said,
He does a great job.
He said they sauced that shit off. Me no Donald Trump. Me Donald Trump.
Yeah,
From
he's
LooseNet.
hilarious.
Doug telling on everybody. He told LeBron where Stephen A was sitting. Probably.
I would have.
Ugh. Okay. Jungle Brother, when you put 4 girls through college, you don't have to tell folks you got money. They already know. LOL, it's expensive. Is he referring to, you got 3 girls, don't you?
Right, not 4. If you're talking about me, yeah, it's not 4. It's actually 2.5 because baby girl is she's paying for her school by herself, basically. But yeah, the 2, yeah, money was spent. A lot of money was spent.
Ryan Stewart, I agree with Doug and Jeff. Jeff Fox. Richard was a beast, but not a Hall of Famer. Really good player, though.
Richard Sherman. We were talking about Richard Sherman earlier.
Reading and writing. From Birdman 22. Religion is the biggest scam ever pulled on people. Black folks been hoodwinked and bamboozled. It's always been about preachers and not the masses.
Oh, I hate to believe that.
I'm not going to get into it.
I'm not putting all churches and all preachers in one basket.
Not all.
But that's a bad look. And he probably needs to come out and apologize and maybe tell what he intended or what he meant in saying that, because it comes across real bad.
I think he did write a letter, a long letter. But it's long. He wrote a manifesto. He did respond to that. From Julius 35C. Damn, I thought Monique was healed from this situation. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I'm tired.
It does seem like that. She should just.
It's that man. It is that man she's with. Very influenced by him.
You say that man? They're married, right?
Real good.
Yep.
Yeah, but they have an open marriage. Like that's daddy.
Is that rumor or is that true?
She's gone on lives and talked about how daddy can pretty much do what he wants to do. Wow. She's here for his,
Wow.
Jungle Brother, this win for Jeff should go towards Ryan's victory total. I'm not allowed to comment anymore.
I don't think it's gonna be a win by Jeff. I think I got Jeff easily.
Jeff, I do think Douglas, and I'm not defending him, but his list is more internet, like it's broader. It reaches. And
it has
yours is personal.
It has a sports essence to it as well.
Your experience.
My list is like, if you guys have never been to Miami,
right?
You want to know what to do when you get here. That's basically my list, and that's what Miami is known for.
Well, we don't want to unpack your list, but yeah. I do think that I think
Doug's list is just nostalgic. Like the reason I didn't bring up the Hurricanes is because we get our ass kicked on the regular. Like we're just getting back.
Yeah, that's why I said a particular year Hurricanes. Yeah. I didn't say last 25 years Hurricanes. I'm talking the Hurricanes from 25 years ago and past.
Yeah.
Well, to Jeff's point from FM, Miami people don't even go to Miami Heat games. They don't get there until the third quarter.
Now that's true. Y'all be fashionably late to Heat games.
You live in Miami. It's Miami.
Same thing in New York. Same thing in New York.
You got a million things to do that here.
Same thing in New York or LA. I've been to a game in Madison Square Garden and maybe it was the Forum back then. And one of those fan bases don't come till the second half as well. It might be both of them.
This just
it's always something to do that here.
I mean, what? Ain't he on vacation?
That's what I'm saying. He like Craig from Friday.
From Ryan Stewart, Jeff hands down has the better list. He won't win, though. Tree will block voters.
Tree has no control over the top 5 that we put up in the 2 Live Suits Facebook chat group. She has no control over that. No one has control over it after you post it.
From Mr. International, calling the police ain't the answer. Just move out their way. They will respect you more.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
Oh, God.
You don't understand this scenario. The scenario I'm talking about is I'm driving and I don't know that they're doing this, that they're going 100 plus miles per hour until they're right laterally beside me.
So you're going to stop driving, endanger whoever you do drive. You drive. Oh, I'm not going to talk about it. That's more dangerous than what they're doing for you to stop And drop
when have you ever been in the car with me?
Okay, Doug. Let's keep going.
Oh yeah, that one time.
Your mind is bad. Okay.
Let's go to break, and then we come back.
Break.
Oh no, we got 14 more left. This is at this end of the show. Let's go. Let's get through these last chat messages.
From Courtney Williams, Doug is smart. You can't pay insurance premiums if you're dead. From Rel Scott, Doug calling the police and selling insurance. My ninja.
I'll get you in the front end. I'll get you in the back end.
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
Maybe. Oh. Friends with From Triple J 99, Doug, I liked Isaiah Thomas over Magic Johnson.
Ooh, that's a big reach right there. I mean, just for the fact Magic was 6'9". I mean, he was a unicorn.
From L12, bruh, y'all forgot about Scarface, the movie Out of Miami. Say hello to my little friend. That was a good movie.
And it's funny, one of the hotels, if you tell me the name of the hotel, every time I go to Miami, I stay at this particular hotel. It was in Scarface.
If you tell me.
Little boutique hotel.
Oh.
Right there on South Beach.
Clevelander?
No,
the
not
Clevelander is raggedy. Woof.
I'm not going to remember the name of it right now.
You think it's raggedy?
No, I stayed at Eden Rock a couple of months ago. From Sydney Action Jackson, it wasn't the fact that Marvin Sapp first. Thank you for your donation, Sydney.
Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, brother.
In the spirit of demands for money, it wasn't the fact that Marvin Sapp demanded money from the congregation like it was already his. That's what my biggest issue is. Standing there like a loan shark, getting ready to break kneecap.
That's totally inappropriate.
I think he was in the moment, and I'm not defending him.
Is it inappropriate or inappropriate? I think it's inappropriate. It was totally inappropriate.
Thank y'all for the donations that are now coming in. From Rough Buff, please give half of this donation to Doug for Black.
And man, I like my mustache.
He's too cheap. He's too cheap to dye his mustache. I'm
not gonna dye nothing. I'm old school.
Oh, we could do that this week.
This is what you call wisdom. All right, and I'm not ashamed of it. Matter of fact, praise be to God, I'm still here.
What do they call that stuff? The black stuff again?
Beijing. I'm not doing no Beijing. Damn that.
Men with hair is just such a rarity anymore. I'm sorry. I'm no offense.
My LB talk about I look like I was drinking some milk before I came on the show. Damn you, Penn. Whatever.
From Clyde, it's Jay Clyde, who has never watched The Wire, but he is dropping dimes on us. 40,000 pesos. Are you in Colombia?
We had to figure that out. Is that $5? $4.99?
Yeah. Thank you.
We thought somebody donated 40 grand. He donated this 40,000 thing last week. And we was like, hey, man, we about to take off the rest of the month.
Jay Clyde, where you stay at in Colombia? I'm trying
Thank
to
you, Jay
come
Clyde.
back there.
Thank you, Jay Clyde.
From Jungle Brother. Yo, Jeff Fox, email sme.treetailor to get your question answered about Doug having friends with benefits.
Yo, Jeff Fox, SME Treetailor to get your question answered about Doug having friends with benefits.
Go ahead, next one.
Y'all
ignore Jungle Brother.
Please. From Rel Scott, and we're almost done. Kareem was not a media favorite, somewhat of an outcast, so he never got the love he deserved.
Yeah, that was very strange. I'm watching the tournament this weekend, and Kareem is on these commercials with Magic, Spike Lee, and Charles Barkley, and Kareem actually cracked a smile in one of the commercials. Did you see? Did you see what I'm talking about? The commercial. Yeah. Me and Ryan always talk about. We promoted a book signing with Kareem at a bookstore in I think Alpharetta or whatever, and everything they say about Kareem and his personality is 100% true. Very standoffish. I think me and Ryan tried to approach him. Hey, Mr. Jabbar, we're big fans of yours. We'd love for you to give us this autograph. Hey, kid, beat it. Before I turn around and slap the shit out of you.
Are you kidding?
That's the look he had.
The energy.
That's the energy he had.
That's Alonzo Mourning. Just so you guys know, if you ever see Alonzo Mourning anywhere, do not approach him. He does not like people. He just does.
You think that's maybe got something to do with the fact that they've been tall their whole life and people look at them as kind of like, for lack of a better term, a sideshow? Can you imagine Kareem walking down the halls of his high school?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So maybe they built up some resentment, but don't take it out on us. Everybody didn't, laugh at you. Everybody didn't laugh at y'all, man. That's bad. That's sad to hear that Alonzo's the same way.
Yeah, he's very standoffish, like not friendly at all.
Not
even on the golf course.
So I wrote this regarding this the 48 meme about this. The writers back then, they were not afraid of writing men with, in their true form. Those 4 guys were actually people we grew up with in real life.
Yep.
And now you could not. You're going to be up against some heavy hitter charges, PETA, whoever's out there because of all the political correctness. From Jungle Brother, James Evans insulted Sweet Daddy in front of his 2 goons and lived.
That's true.
Yeah, men with balls. The 70s.
Because JJ painted Sweet Daddy girl Savannah something. Because he painted her in an unflattering portrait, and Sweet Daddy went off, and James had to stand up for him. James will fight anybody. Rest in peace.
Kind of like you.
I actually saw my dad slap the shit out of somebody on the bus. I remember going to school and telling everybody, exaggerating this story, of course.
A city bus?
No, we were out of the country. We were in Haiti. We went to Haiti on a visit, and my dad, I don't know what happened, but I just know he slapped.
What kind of slap was it? Was it like this, or was it across the face? Like
like a Will Smith slap, like
Oh, that's this.
Yeah.
Ooh, old school slap.
Hard. Yeah.
All right, last one. From RC, Chris couldn't take out Omar with Snoop and Michael with him. Snoop should have been on that. It should have been a combo.
Yeah.
That's a girl, right?
Yeah, she's definitely a girl.
I just loved that show. It was so good.
Yeah, it was
Thanks,
a great
Jeff.
show.
Thanks for being here.
Phenomenal writing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tree. Jeff, man, appreciate it, bro.
Yo, man, this was so much fun, man. I needed this in my life.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
You know what? I'm gonna put you on.
Check out my YouTube channel.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you shout that out. I'm gonna put you on the spot. I don't think I asked you, but can you do Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
There it is. I put you on the spot.
Covered.
So you'll be back with us Thursday, filling in for Ryan one more time as he's out on vacation. He's out on spring break with the kids in Memphis, Tennessee. Beale Street.
Yeah, I seen he was at the Grizzlies game on Saturday.
Yeah. So he's doing it big. Hey, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in to the 2 Live Stews. The 2 Live Stews experience. Me and Jeff will be back Thursday morning, 7 a.m. live, right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. And yeah, we'll have some results from this top 5. It'll be posted in the next. I'll do it. Matter of fact, when we're done with the show, and we'll talk about the results.
I'll hold it against me, man.
Hey, Jeff, phenomenal job. You get an A. Thank you so much. Tree gets an A. Arley gets an A. And shouts out once again to all of the people watching the show. Pass the word. Do us a favor and hit share. If you watch this show, do us a favor and just hit the share button. That means more than you would ever understand. All right, we'll see you Thursday. Peace.
No doubt.
Peace.